at the end of the day, the democracy we have now seems to be
so
going.
Are you going to manufacture the candidates that will be fit into what we feel from heaven and let them come and be? Are they going to drop from this thing? See, look, we have to be very realistic and be very clear about the challenges the country is facing right now. I have my son. I have my children who have finished their NYSC 4-5 generations past. On the whole, as of today, there are 16 generations of people that have finished NYSC. There is no job. We have had a crop of persons. You said you came round, you had generators running in AIT, and you can imagine that today there are about 24 stations of AIT and repower across the country, running 24 hours on generator, no power. You are confronted with the issue of security of life and property. Armed robbers come in, people come in, kidnap people, and they disappear. And that becomes a problem. People in a democratic environment, in a free, at 2010, they gather to say they want to hold a conference in a given city of the country. Government goes in there, locks up the door, eminent personalities, they are not allowed, and we say we are practicing democracy. You say these are the type of things that you don't believe in. There are certain basic values that your generation must look at, and you don't get carried away with the issues of the past. What you want to be, if I have personal grudges against you, I don't allow my personal sentiments and my personal grudges to becloud the good for the country, where the country should be. I believe that your generation should be contributing to where the country should really be placed now. How do we get down there? And not these murky issues of whether I like Raymond Dokpesi or I don't like Ibrahim Babangida, or I like, those are not the issues. The issues are what issues is the country today confronted with? How do we build a virile and stable future for your generation and the generations coming behind you? How do we make sure that the children that we are producing have access to schools? Today, the results I have seen is that about 75% of the students that took English language, that took mathematics, failed totally. About 80% of students failed WAEC. What do we do? What is happening to our declining standards of education? What is happening to our health system? What is happening to development generally? Infrastructural development. How do we deal with the issue of telecommunications? How do we deal with the issue of transportation? Is it not a shame that 50 years after independence and all those that we were at the same level of independence with have not been able to get out of, we have not been able to get out, and they are today landmark, they have recorded landmark developments in their own countries. What went wrong with Nigeria? How do we correct them? Instead of this mundane and this thing of driving personalities, and instead of addressing issues, addressing the challenges that are this thing, if it's a devil that will get Nigeria to that pedestal, to that platform, I am prepared to support that devil to get Nigeria out of the woods. We are in a very dangerous and difficult situation.
Let us now get back to June 12th election. Is described as one of the free and fairest elections ever held on the African continent. Why do you think you should support a man who announced such election, and till today he has failed to apologize to the country?
Coincidentally, that is your expression. If you go back to the records, you will see very clearly that the NRC, which was a political party at that time, claimed that those elections were not free and fair, and that was the basis of the disagreement amongst all the parties that were so involved. There was a reconciliation that was supposed to have come between the SDP and NRC, and as well as this thing, and the groups could not agree. So while the SDP claimed that the elections were free and fair, and the Southwest media, the media was ready to support that point of view, and it had the organs to be able to carry on and impress on this thing, the NRC argued that the elections were
Alhaji Bashir Tofa, who is a known opponent of Abiola, did come out to say the election was free and fair. In fact, Abiola won his home state of Kano, and he did say at a later stage...
Please quote the date where and when Bashir Tofa. I was in the NRC at that time. So please state where, if it was not NRC leaders who put up a protest at that point in time. What was the Nikon Hilton Noga meeting all about?
If the election, you as put it in your own word, is not free and fair, how come there were such massive protests from all over the country about the annulment of June 12 election?
This is the issue of youthfulness that I told you, that you have not had the full facts of the story. You are going on assumptions. Please get to the root of the matter and get the situation. Chief MKO Abiola was my business partner. Chief MKO Abiola was a respected elderly friend of mine, and I can tell you that as far as I was concerned, it was qualified to be the head of state at that point in time. But to say that the election was free and fair, that everything went on, there's no election in the world that is absolutely free and fair. But what you want is substantial compliance.
Now, we now know you're quite close to General Ibrahim Babangida. Has he ever told you the reasons why he annulled June 12 election?
We are having, by the grace of God, Wednesday, some sort of conference. We will have a village square conference. And I'm sure if you express the desire, we'll be glad to invite you to that, and you'll be free to ask him any questions on that.
So let us get on another issue. It is a serious thing to say that the president of the country, Goodluck Jonathan, is after your life. That is a serious allegation, and we think it's not a proper thing to do. Based on what facts did you make those allegations?
Kayode, you are putting words into my mouth. Where did I tell you, where did I meet you to tell you that the president is after my life?
Well, we read in...
You say you read. This is the issue of you read.
That is why we want clarification. That is why we're asking you now.
This is why you say you read, and that's why you read.
So the issue...
Why don't you face the facts
in the Sun newspaper, you stated that people were plotting in the presidency, and that you're sure the president must have been aware of the plot to run down your business, to go after your life.
I thought that if you are a student of English, you are a journalist, that if you be coming and you be quoting what allegedly I said, and I'm still alive, that you will come with a copy of it and bring out the quote and state what I stated.
So we now have it clear that Jonathan is not after your life. There are no plots to destabilize your business by the presidency.
Your own comments, your own views. Kayode.
So can we now, Chief, can we have your views on the Jonathan presidency? Since you took up the appointment to run Babangida's campaign, has there been any threat to your life, any threat to your business, any threat to your security?
Kayode, I have reported the situation that is available to the Inspector General of Police and to the security agencies as they stand. And the security agencies have the full facts of what has happened. If you want to be able to find out, go to the Inspector General of Police or DGSSS or any of the security agencies.
We would come to the issue of AIT. You are admittedly one of the topmost, you pioneered private entrepreneurship in Nigeria in the broadcast media, and AIT is a worldwide brand. But it's worrying that there are grievances amongst your workers. Some are saying they've not been paid for 11 months, some 9 months, some 6 months. And if you're aware, we did an article about 5 or 3 months ago on this. And it seems the situation is still going on. Why should AIT be owing its staff up to 11 months, 1 year?
Mr. Kayode, good I see you in the premises of AIT. Go and ask the staff.
Our sources...
Go and ask the staff.
So we take it that staff are being paid as and when due.
Mr. Kayode, see, that is your conclusion, that is your statement. Go and ask the staff. You are within the premises, so you can take a vox pop and ask the staff what you think, whether what you are stating is correct, or whether you have just embarked on a character smear campaign. You are in a position, you are in the premises, so go round.
Are you confident you're going to win the PDP primaries?
Time will tell. Time will clearly show.
You had a lot of PDP governors going to the Goodluck Jonathan campaign declaration. Do you still have confidence those governors will turn in the delegates for your candidates to get the ticket?
please check what the definition of democracy is. Whether I direct my son to go and vote, or it's my son that uses his own discretion.
We would want to wish you very well, even though we might not want to wish Babangida success. I'm speaking for myself in the next election. Neither would also the best candidate would win. Thank you for welcoming us into your home, and we wish you the best.
Thank you very much, Kayode. You are most welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You have a right to your opinion. You want a candidate to win, work hard for the candidate you want to win. So I want to just simply urge, because I believe that you are a young man that has quite a lot of future, that has the distance, but try as much as possible, open up your mind, be dispassionate, take all the facts, view them, and you then say, look, where do we go from here? How do we get out of this difficult situation? I don't like a situation where you are based abroad. Why don't you stay in Nigeria here and see the pains that we are going through here in Nigeria, and see the challenges that we are going through in Nigeria, to be able to get the platforms up to sustain in the difficult environment that we have. So it is quite a lot of challenge, but I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you very much, Chief Dokpesi.